Hi everyone, I am Monica from Informatica GCS IIR team. In this video, we will discuss how to use idsbatch utility in IIR. So the agenda for the video is what is the idsbatch utility, demo on how to create multiple systems through idsbatch, demo on how to load multiple IDTs by using idsbatch. Most IIR processes which are run from the console can also be run in batch using the idsbatch utility directly from the command line in a batch mode. It reads and writes functions defined in a text file. The syntax for running idsbatch is as such. This is present in the bin directory of your IIR installation. It has various parameters like the -h parameter, which specifies the console server host and port, the -i parameter, which specifies the name of the file which contains the actions which are to be performed by the idsbatch, the -1 parameter, which specifies the log file, -2 for the error file, -3 for the debug file. The -2 and -3 parameters are optional parameters. Now we will go ahead and have a look at how to create multiple systems through idsbatch. For this, I will show you first how to create the text file which contains the action. Let's have a look at the text file. So I've already created a batch syscreate.txt. It is important to mention the work directory in which you'll be working. If you do not specify the work directory, it will throw an error saying that the work directory is not specified. Now to create the first system, the action parameter, you can specify any user-defined name for this idsbatch. In the system name, you need to specify the name of the system which you want to create as defined in the system definition file. Under the SDF name, you need to give the entire path till the SDF file wherever it is stored. In the rule-based name, you need to give the entire connection string. Similarly for the database name. If you have defined database alias in your system, then you can specify database alias instead of giving the entire connection string. Similarly, you can specify to create the second system. I've specified the system name, the SDF name, the rule-based name, and the database name. You can have as many number of system creation in one batch file. Now we will go ahead and run the idsbatch utility to create these systems. Okay, it is important that you make sure that your IIR servers are up and running before using this utility. It is present in the bin directory. We are in the bin directory of IIR. The idsbatch. You need to specify the console server host and port. Specify the text file which contains the actions to be performed. In my case, it is batch syscreate.txt. Specify the path for the log file, which is a -1 parameter. This log file will get created as soon as you run this command. Specify the error file. And run the command. You can see from the console client the jobs are running. Go to refresh. The create system for test 4 is running. Hit refresh again. The test 4 create system has completed. Now the SSA 001 create system is running. It has completed. When you double click on this, you can see that the job has completed without any errors. Now we will go ahead and see how to load multiple IDTs of these two systems using a single idsbatch utility. So in order to perform load IDT through idsbatch, you need to define user jobs, which are the SDF equivalent of the console job. Let's take a look on how to do that. Let's first select the system SSA 001, go to jobs, go to edit, go to new job. Now here we will add a user defined job, let's say named load1. Under that job we will add a new step When you click on the New Step button, you will see various functionalities which you perform through the console client. You can make an SDF equivalent of all these console jobs as a user-defined job. In my case, we will select the load ID table because our purpose is to load the IDTs for the system. I will click on OK. A step has been added. Now for the other system, like that is the test4 system, I will create a new job. Let's give it a name as load1. Add the job. Add new step under this job. The load IDT table. OK. So you can see under the loader definition, it will give you the name of the loader the load IDT and the loader definition as it is specified in your SDF file. Click on the add step button. The step has been added. So you've added two user job definitions which will load the IDTs in the system. I will show you how the user job definition will look like in your SDF file. This is how the user job definition will look like. We have defined the load1. Under the load1 job, the number specifies the run number of the job. Suppose you've specified more than one step, the next user step definition will have a run number of 1. It specifies the order in which the step definition has to be run. The name of the functionality that has to be performed, that is load ID table, and the parameters, that is the loader definition and the name of the loader definition, which is as specified in your SDF file. Now we will go ahead. Before that, I will show you how the text file for this has been created. So the batch load idt.txt is the file which will be used by the idsbatch utility to load the multiple IDTs. Again, it is necessary to specify the work directory in this file. So load IDT for system test4. In this, the action name can be any user defined name. The job name is the name of the user defined job that we've just created. The system name specifies the name of the system for which you want to load the IDT, and the rule-based name gives the entire connection string. Again, you can specify the database alias also instead of this. Similarly, you can specify the load IDT for the second system, that is the SSA001 system. Now we will run the idsbatch utility for this. All we have to do is just change the text file that we had created first. So this time it is batch load idt.txt. We will let the log file and the error file be the same file. You can create a different file also if you want. Hit enter. Again, you can see it in the console client. The job's running. Click on the refresh button. The test for load1 is running. Click on the refresh button. This might take some time. Hit the refresh button again. The way we have defined the different load IDTs in this batch file, you can also define the various other functionalities which were specified. So the test4 load has been completed. Now you can see that the load IDT for the SSA001 system is running. Hit on the refresh button. This might take some time. And we see that it has completed. So that is how you created and loaded multiple IDTs through single batch utility. I hope the video was helpful. If you liked the video, we would always love to hear from you. You can share your feedback at supportvideos@informatica.com. Thank you.